Yo guys, what's going on? LifeOfRio here, and I'm bringing you guys my Galatine Prime build, which is easily the strongest melee weapon in the game currently at the moment. Now, when we all knew that when this weapon was released, we knew it was power creep, but we just never knew how much power creep it was. So I actually decided to take this weapon against level 4 to 5,000 enemies just to do some proper testing and to come out on top. This weapon is easily the strongest weapon in the game, especially for single target burst damage. As you guys can see, I used it with Frost with his Ice Wave because I do have condition overload on this weapon. And now I'm using it with Ember, which is another elemental frame with condition overload. And then the other thing about it is with Ember, whenever you use it, you're going to get the buff from condition overload with the elemental procs that I have on my weapon and the slash procs. And you're going to get it with the fire procs that she's getting. But Ember also adds something else. Whenever you knock enemies down while already doing damage to them with her fourth ability, you actually open up finisher damage, which actually gives you a spike into your DPS. And now I'm going to show you guys what Ashe. Ashe is easily the best frame in the game for this weapon because Ashe has a passive to where he actually boosts the duration of slash procs, which is just ridiculous with this weapon because the slash procs can hit up into the high 400 to 600,000. And so also with Ashe, the other thing about this one is that he's a stealth frame, so he also gets the stealth multiplier and is just completely ridiculous with the amount of damage that you can do with this weapon. There's no other weapon in the game that even comes close to it. So with elemental frames, when you combo this weapon with elemental frames, and those elemental frames actually give it an extra buff. So if you have a frame that's actually doing elemental damage plus the slash proc plus whatever elemental based damage you have on your Galatine Prime, you're just doing tremendous amount of damage. And like I said, I will show you guys multiple builds. Also, I'm going to be showing you guys with Ashe. Let's say you're not using Ashe and you're using another stealth frame, and you don't have Seek and Shuriken, you don't want to strip the enemy's armor. I'll be showing you guys that as well, to how it actually pans out. As you guys can see right here, the damage is just ridiculous. There's just no stopping it. So the Galatine Prime is mastery rank 13. So whenever you get to 13, you're instantly endgame. Just get your build right. It's going to be a one forma build. So once you get your build right, everything goes perfectly well. Now, with testing against this weapon, whenever you're going up against crazy high at level enemies in the thousands, the thing about it is that the enemies that you're fighting, the Galatine Prime is going to be scaling with them with damage with this build. Like I've said, it's a universal build. So you're going to be scaling with the enemies. Enemies will not be able to outscale you with this weapon. And we all know that the scaling in Warframe is the true issue. And so whenever you're doing this, as you guys can see, I just previously showed you guys how it is against enemies when you're not stripping their armor. As you guys can see right here, it's just going to keep scaling because the damage is just so immense. And remember that enemies have more armor than they have health. So the main thing that you're trying to do is just to get to their health just so you can kill them. Look at that. I just freaking love it, man. I just freaking love it. The Galatine Prime is hands down best weapon. So let's go ahead and look at the build. Like I said, it's a one forma build. Cleaving Whirlwind is easily the best stance for me on this weapon. The damage that you just get from doing the combo is ridiculous. The spin to win combo. So as you guys can see, Prime Reach for me, Prime Reach actually took me up to 4,000. But there's some stronger things than Prime Reach. I just like to actually kill groups of enemies at a time without having to focus too much on a single target. So the thing about this one is, like I said, I have many builds for you guys. So let's go ahead. Let's say you don't want to keep Prime Reach because there's a lot of people that don't like Prime Reach. You can switch over Organ Shatter. Once you switch over Organ Shatter, I would suggest that you put in Buzzkill. Buzzkill is going to bump up your slash, and the more slash that you have equals the more frequently it will actually proc your slash proc. So that one as well is pretty strong. I've taken that one over 2,000. Now, let's say you don't want to use Buzzkill and you're that guy that likes to keep up your combo counter because let's say you're using Naramon. Put in Blood Rush. Blood Rush is going to bump up your damage exponentially. So it is amazing with Blood Rush. And if you want to get fancy and be really creative, I would definitely say take out Blood Rush and put in Last and Sting because that one is super amazing as well. It makes viral go up to like 16 seconds. So if you guys like it or enjoy the build, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to check out these builds yourself. Try it in some super long run, guys. And thank you guys for the amazing support. And be sure to give the video a thumbs up as well. And I will catch you guys later on the next Warframe video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and join the Discord, guys. Take care.